Hi, it's Sandy Wyllie. Welcome to my mental health channel where I wipe away the stigma of mental illness by talking about my own struggles, having borderline personality disorder. I talk about my struggles having post-traumatic stress disorder, severe anxiety and panic attacks, depression. I talk about schizophrenia, bipolar, narcissism. I also talk about all the different therapies I've been in, DBT, CBT, psychoanalysis, psychodynamic, IFS. My unethical therapists who have sexually, verbally, physically abused me. But I only come on as a former patient of almost 20 years. I am not a licensed therapist. I do not hold a degree in psychology, so I cannot give you a diagnosis or give you a professional opinion. And all I ask in return of you is your kindness and respect in the comments. Please be kind to me, be kind to other people who comment, and very respectful. Now, if you are new to my channel, welcome, welcome. Please hit that subscribe button over there on the right, the little box there on the bottom right. That way there, you'll be notified when another video pops up, because they're popping up all the time. It's 100% free, doesn't cost you a thing. If you like what you see, hit that thumbs up, like button, so I know what videos are popular and what videos didn't do so well. And please, if you'd like me to talk about something, if I am familiar with it, then I'll do a video on it. And I always appreciate your comments. Now, today's video is, what is your purpose in this life? We only have one life here on earth. We might have many other lives, past lives, future lives. I don't know if you're religious. When you die, you leave your body here on earth, and your spirits, I don't know if you believe in reincarnation. Your spirit might go into other life forms, or you might be reunited with loved ones. But I'm talking about right here, right now, this one life you have on this planet Earth, right at this moment. What is your purpose in this life? Now, that's a very important question, I think, and one I want to discuss about my purpose in life, and it's changed over the years. A lot of people, unfortunately, just exist in this world. It's very, very sad, and a lot of people have very poor existence. And I'm not putting anyone down or trying to come on saying that I am a better person, or, a doctor is better because they're saving lives than a homeless man on the street. I'm not trying to judge anyone. Every human being on this planet Earth has a purpose. Some people have not tapped into the purpose, but I believe that our purpose is more than just existing, more than just getting up in the morning, eating whatever food you need to eat to sustain life, and going off to a job you might hate, or not working at all, and then just sitting in front of a TV or a computer and just zoning out. I believe we are all spiritual beings, even if you don't believe in that, okay? I believe in the higher, realm, or the, seeking a purpose on this earth, no matter what your religion is. This is not a religious video. I just want people to understand I'm not pushing anything on people. I'm talking about a purpose and finding that purpose. And when I was growing up, my purpose in life was to have children. I thought that was the biggest thing, and I still do think that's one of the biggest things. I did not want to live without having children. And I had 2 sons. But to me, it wasn't a question of, it was like, I wanted to have children. It was like, that was my purpose in life, is to have children, to put life. I thought I thought having a womb and be able to, create life and sustain life inside my body, I thought that was like the most miraculous. It was a miracle. It was truly a miracle. And I just thought that my purpose in life was to be a mother. And I was a stay-at-home mother too. I didn't work, I lived for my children. And I thought at that point, at that time in my life, that was my purpose. Then later on in life, things happened to me, tragedy happened to me, and there's lots of other videos, so I'm not going to go into that. And I was in very deep pain and traumatized. And I started writing about that trauma through poetry. And then I found another purpose, to share my writing, my pain, through my writing. So I would write about my pain in my poems and share that with the world. So that became my purpose. And the more that I realized this gift of writing, I thought that I should write books and then ultimately do videos to help people with mental illness. And this has been my number one focus right now. My purpose here is to open up myself, become transparent with the world, and share with the world my pain, my struggles, my mental illnesses, my sins, my traumas, just like open, like pour, like unzip, say, because it's a spiritual thing. Say this is just my body, okay? It's like clothing. And I take a zipper and I unzip it. Unzip my whole body and I open up everything that's inside there. All my sins, all my past traumas, all my pain, and just pour it out to you in these videos. And that is my sole purpose, and that's what I am doing now with these YouTube videos on my mental health channel. I'm talking about really deep and intimate stuff here, some pretty heady stuff here. And I, welcome other people to talk about their traumas, to unzip themselves and open themselves up, all the pain inside. I think it helps a lot when we realize that we're not alone in this world. And like I said, every one of us has a purpose on this planet. We might not have tapped into it. That's why it's a very important question when I ask you, what is your purpose? As I got older, I realized that my purpose wasn't only just to have children. That as a woman, I felt my body was like a temple, like a sanctuary, because my body was, creating life, nurturing the life inside my womb. I thought this was, what greater purpose on earth than to create life? I think that's it's a miracle. When you really think about life and how life is created, it really is a miracle. I don't think many people see it as a miracle, but every life is precious. Every life is a miracle. Every single life is a miracle. Every unborn life is a miracle. Every life growing inside of a woman is a miracle. That's how I feel. But I also felt that I had more purpose than just that, bringing life into this world. I feel like I need to just also nurture life. Try to help people with my mental health channel by talking about very important subjects which were very shameful in the past. That people, I grew up not knowing anything. My mother never told me my father was schizophrenic. She just said, your father's not right. You know your father's crazy. Your father's not right. But I never understood, he's not right. What does that mean? Someone could say, well, I'm not right. Well, what does that mean? I wanted to know. I guess I always overthink now because I grew up never having any of the answers. No one told me anything. No one told me. I never knew my mother was narcissistic. I never knew my father was a paranoid schizophrenia. I never knew I had borderline personality disorder. I never knew when I had a panic attack that I had an anxiety disorder and that I was having, an anxiety attack. I thought I was dying. I couldn't breathe. I thought, this is death. I'm dying, because no one told me about panic attacks or anxiety disorders or what the symptoms were that I was having. It wasn't me having a heart attack. I thought something was wrong with me, but I never knew. And now that I know all these things, I want to talk about them openly on this channel, and I welcome everyone else to talk openly about what's going on in their lives, what their struggles are. But for this one video, I wanted to question people and make them think, self-reflect, and make them think, what is my purpose? Am I really enjoying each and every day? Because tomorrow is not promised. Am I just living to exist? Am I just going through my days just existing? Like that. Just, eating whatever crap there is. Not nourishing my body with good food, good nutrition. Am I just putting crap in my body? Am I spewing crap out by having all this negativity and arguing and complaining with people? Am I, think about, what you're putting in your body, and think about what you're expelling out of your mouth. What are you doing? How do you talk to people? How do you treat people? What are you doing that is really useful in your life and compelling? And or are you just existing, getting up in the morning? We all have the ability to change. We don't, we're continually growing, we're continually changing whether we like it or not. I can no longer have children because I'm almost 60. I've passed menopause. My body does not produce eggs anymore. So I can no longer have a child. But that doesn't mean I don't have a purpose in this world. And I had to find my purpose. What I did was I took my pain and trauma from all the therapists who sexually abused me, and I started writing books about them. And I wrote in detail what they did. And then I put out YouTube videos, warning other people about the signs, the red flags to watch out for when you're in your own therapy, so that you don't get caught up and go through the same thing that I did. And there's many videos. This is not the point of this video to get into that. But what I did was, I took my pain and I made it a gain. And how did I gain from my pain? By talking about it in these videos, and sharing it with the world, with you. I feel a sense of great pride and accomplishment. Like this, being a mother, yes, creating life, bringing life into this world, nurturing life in my body, but also helping other people by talking openly about the trauma in my life. Openly, sharing that with you. And it's very helpful for me, and it's been helpful for other people too, because they don't feel all alone. So just ponder that question that I asked you, and let me think. Let me know what you think, about your purpose in this world, because we all are God's children. We all have special gifts. Some people haven't tapped into those special gifts. Like, for instance, I didn't even start writing poetry till 14 years ago. Yeah. So what would that make me, 45? So it wasn't until my 2010, I believe, I wrote my first poem. You know what my first poem was? I, the Bonsai. And it's in my current poetry book too, Inside My Holes. I'll leave the link to that book. But you only have one life, so let's not waste it. Let's try to find our purpose, because every one of us has a purpose in this world. Whether we know it or we don't, we don't know how we affect other people, or what impact we have on other people. You don't know the impact you have on other people, okay? You might not be aware of it, but we all have an impact. And I would like to think that my impact on other people is positive, not negative, all right? I would like to feel like these videos are enlightening to other people, that I have a positive impact in this world through sharing my trauma with the people.